Before we get into all this leaked information that's come out, let me just remind you guys that if you don't already know, I announced that I'm going to be doing a $20 gift card giveaway for every 50 new subscribers to this channel. The next giveaway is going to be at the 100 subscriber mark. I will have a video posted for you guys on Sunday, that's New Year's Day, with the details on how you can enter for the chance to win this gift card. But also, on that same video, you're going to want to check it out because I'm going to be announcing a massive giveaway for 2017. Alright guys, so this week we had 3 leaks that were posted. I will give you guys the links in the description below so that you can go and check it out for yourselves. I'm not going to go and talk about every single little point that they made in these leaks. I'm just going to highlight the ones that I thought were interesting. And each of these 3 different posts, you can kind of take a little bit of information from each one as they all talk about different things. One talks about multiplayer, one talks about the campaign mode, and one talks about the actual reveal trailer that they're going to be releasing. Now he mentions that he found out exactly what songs they're going to be using at that reveal trailer for 2017 Call of Duty. Now if these songs are correct, it will give away exactly what time era that the game is going to be set in, because when you go back and you look at every single Call of Duty reveal trailer that's been released, there's usually music to it that kind of coincides with the theme of the game. This guy is saying that the reveal trailer will include a song by Pink Floyd, Another Brick in the Wall, that was released in 1979, and 99 Luftballons, which is a anti-war protest song that was released in 1984. So if you can kind of put 2 and 2 together, and you can kind of make the judgment on the idea that this game is going to be in the Cold War era in the 1980s, which isn't a crazy idea. It kind of makes sense considering they've covered pretty much every decade of the 1900s. They've all been pretty much covered, and the 1980s, early 1990s really hasn't. So it would be something that they might be looking into. Now the other leak that happened this week was by a guy named Snowy Plasma. Now he's the guy that released the DLC 1 information from Infinite Warfare before it was announced. So you can kind of believe him a little bit at what he is saying here. Now he's claiming that the setting is going to be in the future. He didn't give too many details about that, so we don't know exactly what he means by that. We don't know if he means it's going to be an Infinite Warfare type future, or maybe something in the near future, maybe before Advanced Warfare. If you know, Advanced Warfare was based off of the time setting in the 2050s or something like that. So it might be before that. He did say that the game is being heavily inspired by Black Ops 2. Now Black Ops 2 was also a game that was set in the future, but was a boots on the ground type of game that was done very well, and I don't think too many people had any complaints about it being in the future. One of the other things that he did mention in his post was that the campaign mode was going to have a similar feel to Battlefield 1. He's saying here that there's 2 campaigns within the same game showing different perspectives of the conflict. Now I'll get into the reason why I think this is a little bit of an interesting topic. Now later on in this video I'm going to explain to you why I think this little sentence here is very important to the storyline and to the potential timeline of the game. But now let's get into the third leak. This guy here talks mostly about the multiplayer part of the game, which is of more interest to me than anything else. He also mentions, just like the previous leak, that the game is being heavily influenced by Black Ops 2, which makes sense to me because Black Ops 2 was one of the best games that has ever been released in Call of Duty. But the one thing that he differs from the previous leak is that the game is set in Vietnam. He says that he played 4 maps of multiplayer where he said that there were weapon variants, so obviously they're going to be returning, which is of no surprise to me. If you watch my videos, you'll know that I think DLC guns are going to be pretty much a standard thing in future Call of Duty games. He does mention that the game is going to be boots on the ground, but there will be sliding, but you cannot shoot while you're sliding, and that there will be mantling, but you can shoot at the same time as you mantle. So that's a little bit of a change, because right now when you mantle something, you're not allowed to shoot. He said that the streaks reminded him of Black Ops 1, where there was a recon plane, a radar jammer, reinforcement chopper, a chopper gunner, basically standard kill streaks for any other Call of Duty game. He said that there were a few guns that they were able to use. He actually gave them by name: the Hush Puppy pistol, an AR called the T-23, an SMG named the Greaser, a sniper rifle named M40. Now he also talked about perks, but the one perk that I found really interesting, he was describing this perk where you can pretty much put focus on yourself during an airstrike so that your other teammates can go elsewhere without getting destroyed. To me, that's going to be a perk that's not going to be heavily used. I don't see too many people wanting to do that, to put emphasis on them to get killed. I think only players that are playing in a team, maybe game battles matches or something like that might want to use that. I'm not too sure who's going to use that. I honestly don't think that that's a good perk to put into a game because it's not going to be used much, I don't think. Now, he did say that Sledgehammer Games is very excited about their new aim assist that they're working on. They're calling it Priority Aim Assist. So basically, if you're aiming at an enemy and then another one runs across you or in front of your sights, normally right now your sights will aim assist you towards that person running across. They're saying that this new aim assist will stay focused on the initial target that you were aiming at and not divert towards that other enemy that ran across. So now you can kind of take information from the first guy, from the second guy, from the third guy. They do differ in the setting and all that kind of thing, but it's not out of the realm of possibility that they could all be true. I mean, think about it. You can have one game where all those three settings are part of it. Now remember, the first post mentioned that it was going to have a Battlefield 1 style campaign where you're going to have two different perspectives on the storyline itself. So who knows if maybe they are going to have a Vietnam setting, and maybe they're going to have a Cold War setting. Maybe they're going to be in the future and there's some kind of time machine that brings them back into Vietnam and then they have to go to the Cold War era. Who knows? It's not out of the realm of possibility. Think about it. How much crazier could it get? I mean, right now you have robot dogs that are chasing you around the map trying to kill you. You have characters that go invisible. You have humans with robot parts. I mean, the storyline itself has gone crazy already. So it's not a crazy idea to think that maybe they're going to do something where you're going to be in different time eras. You know, I'm not sure how credible these guys are or have been. But when you read these posts, they all mention minor little changes to the multiplayer or to the campaign mode. And it's not a complete change from what we have known, which is what Activision or Call of Duty games usually do. They try to change things up a little bit, but not go too far out of what we're used to already. So it's plausible to think that these things that they've mentioned here are going to be coming to Call of Duty 2017. But look, we're only a few months away. Maybe we're even less, you know. I mean, things are probably going to start leaking soon where you're actually going to see visual things like cover art or maybe posters or maybe an actual in-game image of the game. Also, Activision and Call of Duty are known to give out little hints here and there, and Michael Condrey, if you didn't know, he tweeted out a Christmas postcard that had the M1911 pistol on it. That might be a subtle hint telling you that it's not going to be a futuristic game, as the M1911 is a well-known pistol. The Army actually started using it back in 1911, hence the name M1911, and they kind of still use it up to this day. So it might be a little subtle hint that they're not going to be doing a game based off of future events. But guys, no matter what this game turns out to be, no matter if these leaks are real, if they're not, whatever, I enjoy talking about and speculating about Call of Duty. And it's always fun to try to figure out what the next Call of Duty is going to be. Make sure you come back to this channel. Every single time something new comes out, I will be posting it here for you guys to hear, to see. So make sure you subscribe so that you get a notification for every time I post a new video. Guys, thank you so much for coming in and watching my video. I really appreciate every single one of you that do that. Make sure you leave a like. Make sure you leave any comments that you have down below. And don't forget about the giveaway for 2017. Just make sure you watch that video where I give you the details on how to enter and how you can possibly win those prizes. And that's going to do it for me today, guys. Thank you so much again. My name is Lewis, and I'll catch you guys next time.